Hello everybody, I am Skylar High and I will try to guide you guys how I do my Mule gear up to get it to 200. So the goal is to guide you guys how I do my Mule gear. Everybody has his own ways, of course, but I'm gonna try to fix everything with 800 mil to get everything we need. Okay, so basically I already had a Pensalir. Those are really cheap, relatively cheap, like 1 mil each. I'm gonna try to fund my Jett to be ready till 200. So we need a Fafnir set. We will need everything like accessories and everything that is on it. I basically have stuff that I already had, but that doesn't matter because we don't need those. So let's start. So I'm gonna first go to the auction house. The first thing I want to do is actually try to fix all the cheap accessories. So what I'm gonna do is go to accessories, search that in, and then we start with the face accessory. Now we have to wait. There we go. And then mostly just do price and then lower the price and you will see the cheap ones. So basically you will see this one is 52. That's actually quite expensive. Let's see if I can find something. This one is a bit nah. Let's say we want to go with something decent. We have to go with at least, let's see, something decent. Let's try to go back up, back down. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get the most cheapest one that has something on it. Jump. No, this one. Yeah, a little bit unlucky, but let's get this one. It's just a Mule gear. It doesn't matter for me if it's like perfect or not. So then we go from face to eyewear. Mostly I just go prices down. Aquatic ladder. Luckily we have cheap ones here. So what I'm gonna do is look for one that is decent. It doesn't have to be awesome. You know what? Because I already see this one and this one. Those are both quite nice. So I think I'm gonna just get the most cheapest one, but this one has some kind of good flame on it and it is min 20 levels, so actually not bad. But just get this one because you want to be as cheap as possible but still good fundable. So we have the face wear and the eyewear. Going to the earrings, so you want to try to get everything embossed set. So we go all the way down. We try to get the Sidus earring. So let's see, what do we have here? The good, yeah, I like the lower level items, but it really doesn't make sense for me to pay that much for it. So let's see, the cheapest one right now, and it gives me good amount of decks because I need decks. It's this one, 99 mil. So I'm just gonna get this one. Done. So now we have 1, 2, 3 items that we already have. Moving on to the rings. You only need 2 rings. You don't need good rings, don't need expensive rings. You just go get the cheapest silver blossom ring that you can find, and that would be this one. Normally they are a bit cheaper, but whatever. Let's get this one and get the Ilfa ring. So basically you want to get as much Starforce as you can because you want to move to the Starforce maps, and this is going to help a lot. Though this is very expensive. Normally they're like 8 mil, but because this is in the market, so we're going to go with what we have. We didn't have much time either, so now we have to move on to the pendant. Of course, we're not gonna get that one. We go for like as cheap as possible, but we have to have something solid. So let's see. I can go with a solid engraved one. It doesn't really do too much for me. Reinforced is perfect as well. Actually, reinforced is better in my opinion, so I will just go with the reinforced one. Get this one. Now what you want to do, if you moved on from accessory, you go to the belt. Belt is actually quite easy. If you are lucky, you can get a really cheap one as well. Let's see. These are quite expensive. So if you move down, you will see the cheaper versions, the golden Clover belt. This is good because it adds suitable accessory set. That's what you want in a Mule set. Try to get like as cheap as possible, but still like decent amount of range you can gain from. So that's going to be the dex. And look, this gives quite some nice dex as well. 40 plus, not too bad. So you're just going to get this one, cheap, that's finished. So if we move over from belt, we go to metal. Basically metal we don't really need, but let's just look what we have here. Very expensive, we don't need a metal. Move on. Shoulder accessory, that is a good one. Shoulder accessory. Okay, so we move on. We're just gonna get one royal black metal. 120, 120. They're quite expensive. They were like 5 mil, but let's go. Pocket item badge. We definitely have to look at the badge. This one, of course, this has the boss damage as well. So get this one. And then we move on to the next item. Emblem you don't need because you will get that. Power source. What's that? Just curious. Nothing. Okay, etc. Let's see if we have something there. Always check up. You never know. Sometimes there's like release something cheap. Let's see. A golden heart. No, we don't need that. Actually, you don't need any of those for a Mule chart. But let's say we go with armor. Let's say, guys, because some people can't do chaos. I understand. So let's try to get it from here. So what I'm gonna do is we need the pirates dex version. So it's gonna be what is it called again? Wait, eagle dunwich. This is for thieves. Pirate was a different name for pirate though. Royal assassin. No, this is thief. Trixter. No, that's not it. A wanderer. There we go. This is actually for a pirate class. So we want to try to get something cheap but doable. This one is actually nice. I would actually get this one because it gives more stats, obviously. So I rather would go over all those. I would definitely go. This has +6 attack too, but I think this kills better. But +6 is not bad though. You know what? Let's get the cheapest one. Fuck it. Let's get the cheapest one. Now we only need a hat. Let's see. Royal Wanderer hat. Okay, let's search. Royal Wanderer hat. Royal Wanderer hats. Get the cheapest one. Don't be taunted to get something way better. 15 levels low. No, we don't have that much money, so we just go for the cheapest one. Royal Wanderer, and then we have, let's see, the last set item, Trixter Wanderer pants. Okay, Trixter Wanderer pants. So, oh Jesus God, they are quite expensive. So nobody has a Trixter pants. Nice. Good start. But that's gonna be easily fixed because we can just ask people. First of all, before we go do that, let's try to find a Fafnir weapon. Fafnir. I think it's a gun, but let's just do it like this. Let's hope we can find a gun. cheap gun. I don't know if it's called a gun. We have to see. This is for the Huyong. So I'm looking blaster. This is a gun, and it's quite expensive. I wouldn't have expected that, to be honest, for a gun. Oh, it's because of damage. It's not even that good though. 300 for this one. Even the Fafnir wrist holders are cheaper. Let's see. But yeah, I want it to be as real as possible, so I'm not gonna use my main character. Not gonna do it. I'm just gonna buy it for the sake of the video. I had 800 mil with me, so I need actually more. So what I'm gonna do, 1 2 3 1 2 3, there we go. Just added 150 more mil to the 800 mil, so that's okay. Auction house, we're gonna get the Fafnir weapon because we're gonna act like we are a normal player that can't do chaos at all. So you can only do normal, so you have no way to get it, and you have nobody who can give you free items and stuff. So let's just go with what we have, this one. So this is the only option, we're just gonna get it. So now we have most of the items. We still miss one item. Let's collect those first. Okay, so we only missed the pants. Let's see, market. No, nothing. Okay, go back. Let's see. We already got our Pensalir. This isn't that expensive. You can get it for like 1 to 2 mil. Maybe even cheaper. Even you can farm it if you want to with a low level character that is above 140. So that's not a big issue. There we go. This one has a potential. This one has a potential. This one never has a potential anyway. This one has a potential. No potential, no potential, no potential. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Did I forget something? Where's my earring? Auction house. Let's get that too. There we go. I knew there was something missing. Collect this one. This one. This one. Normally they're like 9 mil, but you know, just acting we need it really right now and we have to do it. So what I'm mostly doing, we still miss one item, but it's gonna be okay. So let's see. This one needs a potential. This one has potential. This one has potential, so that's actually free cost. Like everything that already has a potential is free to go. This one doesn't have a potential. This one doesn't have. This one doesn't have, and this one doesn't have. But for the rest, everything has a potential, so that's good. This one can't have a potential, so you know that. This one has potential. This one never has a potential, so it doesn't matter. Let's put those there. So Okay, so we have selected the items that have potential and items that doesn't have a potential. So what I'm gonna do, divide them first, and what I'm gonna do first, like very simple, I'm gonna just press on all of them and try to see what we get. Basically, you will get nothing like spectacular, but we can change that for really cheap. So okay, that's good. Now we need 5 potential scrolls. So I have to look at a potential scroll here. Potential scroll, potential. Oh damn it! Potential scroll. So let's see if we can find normal potential scrolls. They're quite expensive as well. The market really shifted a bit. But okay, we need them. So I'm just gonna buy 5 for now. So there's a chance that it won't be, but let's hope. There we go. Luck is not on my side. 1 done, 2nd done, 3rd done, 4th done, and I only need for the weapon. Let's get 1 more. Actually, no. Normally, if you have another character, you can easily farm those potential scrolls while leveling. So, and when the event comes, you can also get free items as well. So you can keep track on that as well. In the glory patch that we have, soon we will have a shop, so you can make use out of those glory coins as well. So, okay, I need 1 more. Getting a bit over budget, but it's okay. I'm trying to do as realistic as I can. Like, I don't want to like over prepare myself, you know what I mean? So sometimes I just finish with like 400 or 500 mil. Sometimes it just costs more, and that's how it always is. The market is shifting, but I try to do it as like cheap as possible. There we go. Now we have all the potential. We still miss 1 equipment, but that's gonna be fine. We're gonna find it. So what you can do if you can't find one, ask guildmates, ask friends. They might have it. So, and there we go. This is what I wanted to say. I already have 1 dex, so I'm gonna keep this potential line. And we can add all those back together. Basically, I call this finished. I don't need too much potential for now. That's for if you want to go like higher levels, 210 plus and stuff. Basically, what you want to do is get everything plus 3 dex. Those occult cubes are really cheap. You can get them for like, wait, we're just gonna look at it right now. Action house, occult cube. See, 66k for 1. So if you want to get 100, it costs you 6 mil. But okay, let's get 100, because you know the budget has gone from 800 to how much? 950. How much do we have left? We have 12. We're good. Let's get everything. So we got 100. Let's call it 100, and we're gonna just keep rolling till we get a decent one. Just try to get some decks. That's all. There we go. We got a dex 1. Nice. That's for me. That's called finished potential for a mule. I don't need more. Don't have to exaggerate. Next one. try to get a dex one. Yes, this is fine. Strength dex. Perfect. Next one. There we go. We have another dex. Always go for percentage, never go for flat. Because it won't scale good with your skills and with everything else, so always go for percentage at least. Sometimes when you're like really lucky, you can get like epic from just rolling occults. So that's a free upgrade as well. You don't need epic scrolls. You can do it, but if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to make a mule, there we go. Dex, enough. Next one. This one is done. Now let's go on this one. Ooh. Because the moment you try to do too much, it will just hurt your... See, dex. Perfect. You don't want to exaggerate because you're not going to use that character. You're just going to use it for leveling up. So you just want to make it functional. You don't want to make it, you know, expensive. That's why I always try to be as cheap as possible. Even when I know I can get something for 200 mil more, that gives me a bit more range. But in the end, it's not going to change too much. So that's more like a late end game. So we got another dex. So what you want to get on a weapon is mostly the most expensive one. Okay, I don't have measles. So what I'm going to do really quick is... I'm gonna get some extra mesos, so we are counting. It's 800 with 150, so we are at 950 mil right now with the items that we have. Oh, this one is also done. So I can put this there. So we have 3 more items that we have to do. So this is 950 mil. We still need to do star forcing and a bit of scrolling, so I will count in how much that costs. I know that those are 60 mil each for 9,000. We will see how much we use and then deduct the price from that. So let's go back. 3 more to go. I'm gonna do a very fast something. Just a moment, just for safety. I don't want everybody to know what my pin is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on another character really fast because this character can't get anything, sadly. So I'm gonna go back on this channel. Go back to my main. I'm telling you guys what's happening. 0y9. There we go. So normally you can get an item like also the pants for like around 30 to 50 mil. So you can ask a friend or somebody else that can help you in the guild as well. They do chaos, so they would be able to help you with that. Let's see. Piece of anguish. No, we don't need that. Mockery, no. Let's see. No, we just need the pants, and the pants are... Ah, there we go. Fill the entire Trixter Wanderer pants. So we need that. And we need... a second. So we got that. Just watching if I have something in store. So okay, I think give some mesos for my main. I'm gonna add 500. I'm gonna add 500 mil to see if that's enough. I hope it's gonna be enough, but we will see. Okay, so just gonna go to channel 2, go to my Jetsu. Oh, and there we go. So now we're back. So we're counting, we're at 950 mil. So potential scroll out. Epic scroll. I got this from event, so those are free. As well as those, but you know, I'm not gonna waste those on wheel gear, of course. Like this. So we have 500 mil. I got a Trixter Wonder pants for like 30 mil, so we can add that in. So we are at 980 mil. It doesn't have a potential, so I bought a potential scroll for 50 mil. So we are at 1 bill right now with every gear, and it succeeded. That's nice. So we're gonna use this right now. Potential. Okay, so how far are we? Okay, we got the rest already. We only need 4 more items. The rest is all with decks, so that's nice. So let's keep rolling this one first. I want to do the weapon as last one, so let's try to get this dex as well. Dex. And by the way, normally I do it quite fast, but I'm trying to also say stuff and try to explain why I'm doing like this and not different. Nice. Dex plus 3%. Perfect. And then we go on to the next one, and that is gonna be this one. Let's get a nice dex one. Ooh, this is strength, so we need dex. And if you see, I don't even need a lot of cubes to get it 3%, because it's not hard to get that. If you're very unlucky, there is a possibility, of course, but mostly it won't cost as much. So strength. We really want dex. I also saw that strength is also not too bad. But for now, let's try to get strength. I mean dex. There we go, we got a dex. Now last one, it's the weapon. We tried to get attack on it. So what we're gonna do, it's quite easy. You always want to get attack on it. Even if it's like 3% attack, it's fine. What you also can do is try to get one epic and try it out, because epic will increase the chance. There we go. Nice. Doesn't cost too much, like 25 mil. If you're lucky, you can get it at once, even with 2 lines. So what I actually also want to try is, because I have those from the events, so get one more line on it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That costed nothing for me. And there we go. We got what we needed. Attack plus 6%. That's exactly what I needed. I don't need anything else. Perfect. We got tags. This one, we just need to do the pants. The rest has everything we need. Okay, so let's do this one as well. Oh, it's a bit weird, but it's okay. Get a nice dex on it. I think you can also get strength, but I just want to keep dex because I don't know. I just feel like dex is the main stat, so I'm just gonna go with that. I'm just gonna get dex all the way. As long as I have enough range, I'm happy. That's what I care about. I just want to get to 200. Nothing more, nothing less. Ooh. Defense. Strength. Oh, it even became epic. Dex 6%. Perfect. So we got a nice epic line. 6%. Nice. For free. No epic scrolls intended. So we basically have all the gear we need to fill up, because we have the badge, we have the ring. So now we are at 1 bill and 20 mil, around that. So what we're gonna do with this, it's actually quite easy. Just gonna get like a few. Just start with 3 stacks. That's what I would do, or you can even start with 2 stacks, and just go with the like 70% if you want to. This ones are already done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use the 70% dex, not strength, my bad, on it. Really easy, doesn't cost too much, but it's also not too bad. If it fills, it fills. If it doesn't fill, it doesn't fill. So get everything 10 stars, maybe 11. I always stop at the second time. If it doesn't succeed the first time, just let it be. Don't waste more and more, because that's gonna make you lose a lot of more measles, which you don't want, of course. So 9 stars, 10 stars. First one is basically nearly done. Come on. Happens, but it's okay. Lucky, not really. Yes, there we go. First one is done, so I'm gonna just place you there. This one can stay there. Something, yep, you're done as well. So just gonna move our way up and then bring it back down, so I have everything ready. So I'm gonna start with this one. Just do 70%. Basically, if you don't want to lose so much, you can also do 185, but I just keep it 70%. If you're lucky, you will get it. If you are not lucky, it doesn't matter. Don't feel too bad about it. Just see it as like a you don't have to repeat it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to look, sometimes you don't. Just deal with it. The set bonus effect will give you enough range. Don't worry. Just get it 10 stars at least. So you will have a full boss set effect, like at least 5 or 6 items, maybe 7. I have to count that in. You have Pensalir that will provide you quite some range as well, and you will also have hyper stats. You will have your mastery books. I will show you where to get your mastery books as well, so you will have them as well. So that's basically it. And then if you have those all and your HP potions, you should be done. So what I do is just one try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, see, now it works, done. I'm not gonna go further into it. So 70%. Keep it 70. So I just keep it 70. There we go. Just Star Force. The most important thing when doing mules are just the Star Force. The scrolling isn't that important, because basically scrolling is more like, man, you have to do it because you have Star Force, because you want to do Star Force maps. So you want to be prepared for that. That's the reason you want to get everything at least 10 stars, so it counts up enough to go to Coffee Monster, to go to the aliens, mostly at 120, when you can start wearing more items. You will have enough to go to just more maps that have Star Force, basically. So you want to get prepared for that. That's the only thing you want to do. And if you want to go to the ghost ship, or you want to go to Ludibrium, that's also possible. You can just go there as well. Just go there, do your thing. You don't need a lot of Star Force as well for that. If you have like really low level gear, just get them some Star Force so they get in the range so you can kill them. I can even do that if you want to, but I think that's not too necessary. Basically, what you also want to do is get 8 mastery books and 8 level 20, level 30 ones. So both of them level 8. I mean 8 times of those from level 20, level 30 mastery books. You can get them from Lever City, and that's going to provide you enough books. They're relatively cheap as well, so you don't have to like get them with like event coins and stuff. So that's I feel like it's a waste to waste your coins on that. Just a few mil won't hurt to get them. But I will show the place when we're done. So we're just gonna get everything to 10 stars. Let's do that first. And then I want to also show what you should do to prepare for your secondary. So what you want to do is go to Sleepywood and get your secondary for level 100, so it's ready, so you don't have to do it again. So this one is done. This one is also 11 stars. Move on to this one. 70. Okay, this one needs 1 scroll. You can also keep this 10 stars, maybe 11, like I said. So keep doing the same thing. You don't want to go for 15 stars because that's just gonna cost too much money. This is also for if you just start out. This is the best way to get your range together, like, because it will be quite hard. 1 to 1.5 bill is quite doable to get, but you will see that you can get those items for relatively cheap, even less than like 10 bill if you're lucky. You just have to keep the auction house, and you can also ask friendly people if they have dropped some bosses, or maybe they can carry you on bosses as well. You can also ask that, because some bosses like Sacuum and Horntail can drop like nice items, pendants and stuff you can use. So that's also a nice alternative to do. So it's 11 stars. I have a lot of luck. Keep doing 11 stars today. So next one is going to be Dex against 70. Like I said, you can also go for 100%. Just keep it like that. The cheap scrolls, it doesn't matter. I just YOLO. Like 70% isn't that painful. And that has a higher chance to succeed. So you can only get more stats out of it. But you can keep it 100% if you don't want to spend too much spell traces, or you have like one stack and you don't have more, so you have to really do with what you have. Then I would recommend to just keep it 100%, because those are the items you want to replace at some point. Though the Fafnir and stuff as well, like those are really cheap, you can replace them, so don't worry too much about it. If you ever want to go main something, you definitely need more work and different scrolling. So this is more like for Mule gears, beginners. I would say both of them. Quite viable. So now we are at our earrings. The same thing again. So keep doing this. And I'm taking my time. I'm not really I'm not hasting right now, because I just want to explain a bit and show you how to do it. You just take your time. If I want to do it really fast, I can do it really fast, and like don't talk and then just concentrate. That's the fastest way to do it. I can eventually do it in like 15-20 minutes. But right now, it's quite easy. It doesn't cost too much. It still costs money, but it doesn't cost as much as you think. And it's more for like people that want to know how to do it, because some people just don't know what to buy. They're like, oh, but it's too expensive if I go for this or that. You don't need to, because you don't need that much range. Like it has to be killable. It doesn't have to be perfect. So now I've filled one time, so I'm just gonna keep it 10. Doesn't matter. Okay, 70% dex. Let's go. I could be way faster, by the way, if I just done for my main. I have a few items drop items from the I have the phase and stuff just from bosses, doing chaos bosses and stuff. But I'm just doing this just for you guys, realistic as I can, without spending my own stacks. I'm just trying to showcase that you can get it from auction house as well. It's a bit early, so most of the time the auction house is more full in 6-7 p.m. So I'm in a time zone when most of the items are or expired or just people didn't place it yet. So we have, after this, we have 4 more to go. Let's go. This one is also nearly done. Okay, 4 more to go. This one is also done. 70% dex. I still didn't have, I think I haven't even used 1 stack. We will see. Maybe I will after I've done the other ones as well. But let me finish this up quickly. Ooh, a lot of succeeding. I didn't even expect. So you can succeed till 13, I think, yeah. With this one, so let's try. Or 11, because I didn't do the hammer. Okay, I succeeded 8. Oh, you can do 3 recoveries and then the hammers, of course. But we don't gonna do that. We don't need that. Just gonna store first. Make it 10 or 11. The reason I don't want to go for 12 is because you can get to 10 stars with 1 amount of getting to 12 stars. So basically, you know, spending that much is just waste if you don't want to waste too much money. So keeping it 10 or try your luck 1 time is doable. But don't exaggerate it if you don't want to spend too much. And if it's just a mule gear that you're not gonna do anything with it after, just don't care too much about it. The set effects will give enough range, and the extra flat stats and the dex plus 3% will give you enough range. I can promise that. It will give enough range till that level. It's more about like filling in the spots that have nothing. That's what you try to do, and get your star first on point, so you can just keep grinding without having to upgrade again and waste more time, you know. So the Fafnir is the most expensive piece to scroll because it costs more spell traces, higher level, but that's also doable. Good thing is, when you do your hyper, important, I always start with damage, because damage is like, it gives good range, it gives you flat extra damage, and I would say try to get damage to 10 first, and then give the rest all 1, so 1 for dex, because flat dex, 1 for crit damage, 1 for crit rate, you know, give them all 1, because it will only cost 1 point and you still get a percentage of it, and then start filling up. So I would do, after like damage, you can go for or crit damage, or you can go for crit rate, depends on if you have really low crit rate, I would go for crit rate, but if you have a lot of crit rate, I would definitely go for crit damage. You can also go for ignore monster defense. Basically, monster defense, ignore monster defense is good. You can go for like basically damage, like damage, get it to 10. So if that's 10, the rest is easy to fill in. You can add to attack power, you can add to different kind of, there's like a lot of options you can go for. I mostly look at like what does the most impact and just choose that. But I always start with damage, because damage is always going to be the most increase for you at that point. So I want to do the weapon as last, so I'm going to do this 170. Let's go. Okay, this is nearly done as well. Just get it 10 stars, I think. Yeah, 10 or 11. For weapon, you can try to get 12. Why? Because weapon gives the most range, so you can try if you have enough. And after this, we're gonna go to Sleepywood and get our secondary as well. Ten stars, please. It's okay. Just keep going. Okay, let's try one more. There we go. Nice. 11 stars, and then we have our weapon. So I always go 70, just YOLO. Like if you're lucky, you get nice extra attack. If not, God knows, it's still okay. Don't worry. I know some people will cringe because, oh no, you should do 30%, but that's gonna cost too much for something that you just gonna use temporary, and plus it's a Mule character, so you don't need awesome gear. Just want decent gear, doable gear. Okay, so this is what he got. Quite okay, it's not bad. Like, and Star Forcing will give you attack as well, so don't worry too much. You can try to get it to 12. Basically, we are nearly done actually. So the only thing, we have the badge as well, or did we not get the badge? Oh, I think the badge is below. Oh yeah, there's a badge. Okay, it's just a weapon left. So let's do this fast. And then I'm gonna get my secondary. Only thing I really focus on is secondary and the weapon. For the rest, it's just filling in the pieces, get the set bonuses. Let's try to get 12 stars. Because I feel like 12 stars is gonna be better. So yes, we got 12 stars, exactly what we need. We don't need more. It's perfect like this. And the more hyper stats, the more levels you get, the more passives of your skills, you will see that your range will increase automatically as well. So don't worry about that you see low range when you're like low level. It will add up. It will get higher as well. So it's just filling in all the pieces will multiply enough. So we have our Pensalir, we have our Fafnir Hat is ready. Yep, then we have the cape, the gloves, the shoes. We have the pendant, the belt, no, the pendant, the earrings, the 2 rings. We have the 2 face. We have the shoulder. And lastly, we have the belt and then the badge. So this is basically what you need. And before we finish this off, go back. if you don't know when you're in Hennessy's, just go to Sleepy Wood. Yes. Look at your low level secondary. So we're gonna look at our secondary quickly. Where did I put it though? Oh, yeah, there we go. So our secondary is a basic fist type fist for Jett. So we're gonna look at that. Has to be a fist somewhere. Let's see. There we go. So you can get both of them, like shape 100, and you can also get for level 30. I think you will get most of them, but you can keep those like for now. You don't have to do anything with the level 31. You don't have to do anything with the level 61. The only thing you want to do is get the 61 and get a potential one first. So you also want to get an epic scroll, but first let's try to get a potential scroll. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. We still have. I'll just get one. Let's hope it works with that. This is a really important step because a lot of people forget about their secondary, and that's actually causing the biggest problem. That will give you a lot of range, I promise. So we got a rare potential. I'm just gonna give it one more line, I hope. Nope, just keep it 2. It's fine. It was a free one, didn't work. It's still fine. Let's go to auction house, get an epic scroll. Normally they are like 20 mil in EMS. So, but yeah, in Luna it's getting a bit higher. Let's just see. Just collect this one. Let's hope just one is enough. If not, we just have to get one more. Nothing happened. Let's do it again. Epic. Got one more. Normally they are like 18 to 20 mil. This time they are a bit like 25 is also okay. This is a bit overpriced, but it's okay. Nothing happens. Sad life, but we have to keep going. I don't have epic scrolls. Reason I want to get this epic is because this is going to give you the most range with your weapon. So you basically want to have it epic so you can get a 6% attack on it. That's basically the reason you want to get this epic. And I have so much unluckiness today. But yeah, just gonna buy it. This is really going not a good way, but we're just gonna keep going. You can also keep it rare, you know, if you really don't have money, and just use occult cubes and hope for it to get to that point. There we go. Okay, shoo. Okay, so let's cube this. Basically, if you really can't buy epics, try to buy as many occult cubes as you can, and like as much. I mean, like 200-300. See, it's done already. But like 200-300, and use them all to upgrade it to epic. Because in like 100 to 150, mostly you will rank it up to epic if it doesn't come out like how you want it, and then you can easily just upgrade it again. So that's also a way to do it. But we got it. Attack 6%, perfect. That's basically what you want. Attack 6%, and we have 6% on our weapon as well. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. 6% and 6%. So that's 12% extra. Let's put this next to the rest. cringe. Okay. 60-30. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I like this order. 150. Yep. Now we have everything we need. Now let's see. 800 mil, 200 mil, no, 150, 950. I added 500 more. 145. We used 60. We used 90 mil on spell traces. So we are roughly about, we used 1.5 bill. Okay. 1.5 bill to fund the whole character. Like with, and the auction house was actually really expensive. Normally you get those items for 8 mil each. So I paid 50 mil. It was just unlucky timing, just for the stream. Normally you can get it for less. So just keep that in mind. You can get those for like 8 mil each. But I'm just gonna round this up. This is how I do it. This is how I fund my character. It has everything it needs. So basically, start with the weapon, 12 stars, 6% epic, 10 stars, it wasn't lucky, dex plus 3%, 11 stars, 11 stars. This one I had already, but basically the same as the other ones. Also 11 stars, 10 stars, 10 stars. This doesn't have anything, it's just 10 stars. Also 8 stars, 10 stars, 11 stars, 11 stars. The badge for the monster park. So basically this will give you a lot of stats. I think you will have 7 set item equipped. So that will give you extra attack, all stat, and ignore monster defense. So that's nice. And then we have the 2 changes. Oh yeah, I can wear this one, so this can go out. So basically this is it. This is everything you need. And this will guarantee bring you to 200. You won't need more range. Just to show you guys your links quickly. This is all the links we have. For now, I'll wrap it up and we'll be right back.